Hi students, welcome to Iswari's English. Already we had seen type 1 and 2 in degrees of comparison. In this video, we are going to learn type 3 in degrees of comparison. Type 3 is comparison among the whole. The whole represents one classroom or earth or world or universe, whatever it may be. In positive degree, we have to use no other. As usual, as plus adjective plus as to represent positive. Then in comparative degree, we have to use er or more plus adjective, then as usual. Then the thing you have to add any other. That is the difference in type 3. Superlative, the plus est or most plus adjective. Only you have to write the to represent superlative form in type 3. Now, I have taken this girl Rabina and going to compare among the class. Class means the students in the class. Rabina is the most mischievous girl in the class. Most mischievous. So, this is in superlative degree. We have to write remaining degrees. In comparative, Rabina is more mischievous than, we have to add any other girl in the class. Any other is the clue word in comparative form in type 3. Then positive degree, no other girl in the class is as mischievous as Rabina. Nobody is mischievous. Only Rabina is the mischievous one. Now, the picture shows the Ooty mountain train. No other train is as slow as the Ooty mountain train. I have taken the adjective slow. No other represents the sentences in positive degree. In comparative form, the Ooty mountain train is slower than any other train in India. Any other represents comparative degree in type 3. Then in superlative, the Ooty mountain train is the slowest train in India. It is the only train which is very slow. Do it yourself. Nile is the longest river in the world. Iron is the hardest metal. Switzerland is the most attractive tourist spot. These three sentences are in superlative degree. Try to write comparative and positive. Then let us recap what we have learned so far. Whenever I teach degrees of comparison, I use the students in the class to teach 3 types of comparison. This much students are there in the class. First type is comparison between 2. So we need only 2 children. I have taken Madan and Vinith. Comparison is between Madan and Vinith. Since type 1 is comparison between 2 things. So I have asked these 2 to come in front of the class. I say, Madan's handwriting is as legible as Vinith's. Then it means no one's handwriting is better than another one. Both are equal in their level of handwriting. So, Madan's handwriting. Then when we say Vinit's, we have to add not. Then only the meaning will not be changed. Vinit's handwriting is not more legible than Madan's. That means their handwriting is more or less equal. Then type 2. I have taken group of students. I have selected 6 students from the class and I am going to use one adjective. You may use any adjective to represent their quality. Now I am going to take the adjective smart. Very few students are as smart as Rahim in the class. Rahim is one of the 6 members. Very few students are smart as Rahim. Rahim is smarter than many other students in the class. That many other students represents the remaining. 6 are there. We are comparing this Rahim with the remaining students. Rahim is one of the smartest students in the class because 6 members are there in the same quality. 6 students are smartest in the class. So, Rahim is one of them. Now, I am going to take all the students, the whole classroom. I am going to compare only one student among the whole students. Who has to be taken? Shall we take Sneha? No other girl is as kind-hearted as Sneha. Sneha is the kind-hearted girl. So, to represent positive degree, we have used no other. Nobody is as kind-hearted as Sneha. That means Sneha is the only one. Sneha is more kind-hearted than any other girl in the class. Comparing others, Sneha is more kind-hearted. Then in superlative degree, she is the only one. So Sneha is the most kind-hearted girl in the class. The plus superlative form. Let us see the worksheet. Complete the sentences with the correct degrees of comparison. Choice will be given. You have to fill in the blanks by choosing the choice. The climate of Bombay is dash than Hyderabad. Than is given, so comparative form hotter. Annie is the friend I have. That is given, so superlative form dearest. Annie is the dearest friend I have. Very few students have attended the meeting dash Meena. Very few is given, so positive degree. As regular as. Very few students have attended the meeting as regular as Meena. The rate of this house is dash than that of mine. Comparative between two things. More. No other street is dash Bangla street. No other is given. So, positive degree. As broad as. Then the question may be asked like this. Change into other degrees. For your better understanding, I ask you to tell the type also. No other street is dash. The adjective is narrow. No other is given. Then it is positive degree, type 3. So the answer is no other street is as narrow as Bungalow Street. Then comparative form, Bungalow Street is narrower or more narrow than any other street in this area. Narrow has two forms, narrower or more narrow. Bungalow Street is the narrowest or most narrow street in this area. The rent of this shop is not so costly as that of mine. The sentence is in negative, not is given. If it is given negative statement in positive degree, we have to use affirmative sentence in comparative. We have compared this shop and mine. So comparison between two things. That's why it comes under type 1. The rent of this shop is dash costly than that of mine. Costlier. When we compare two things, there is no superlative form. Type 1 has no superlative form. Very few animals are as grateful as dog. Very few is given. So that it represents positive degree in type 2. Dog is more grateful than many other animals. We can use many other or most other. Dog is one of the most grateful animals. So in type 2 we have to use very few for positive degree, many other or most other for comparative degree, one of the plus superlative form for superlative degree. Then you can see a table which represents the change in positive, comparative and superlative form in type 1, type 2 and type 3. So learn this table well, then only you will be able to change into any degrees. Try more sentences. Ravi is more capable than many other boys in the class. Mississippi is one of the longest rivers in the world. Kindness is the noblest virtue. The cream cake is as expensive as plain cake. Very few men in the factory are more industrious than Prince. Cycle is the cheapest vehicle. No other boy is as brilliant as Babu. Reena has done the work as excellent as Meena. Mekhala was more emphatic than any other speaker at the competition. My signature is not so valid as your signature. Students, you are very well in doing degrees of comparison, I think. If you like this video, share to your friends and subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching.